Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This is past, present, or future. You or someone around you, so take it resonates, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that it is a tool. It is not the final rule. So let's have an empty cup. When you're on Lady Noble channel, you want to see what's up. Today we're tapping to the zodiac sign of Aries, sun, moon, horizon, or any placement in your chart. We're tapping to Aries. Okay. The first card we have for Aries is Justice. Okay. Aries, you could be going through a situation where you are seeking justice. Maybe you're seeking legal counsel or some kind of advice. Maybe you've been waiting. This could be an old situation and you are waiting for a response. This could be maybe you've won some kind of lawsuit, some kind of settlement, Spirit is saying, and maybe you've been waiting for the date of disbursement. Like, where's my check? Where's my money? Okay, Aries, fire placement. You're like, don't play with my money because you're playing with my emotions with the moon energy. Yes, Aries, you've been waiting for a long time, possibly 6 months to a year. Maybe your attorney is telling you to be patient. They haven't got a date about disbursement. Maybe this company or these people that owes this settlement to you. Also, I'm picking up could have experienced, Aries, some kind of financial hardship. Maybe they filed bankruptcy. This doesn't mean that you won't get your payout. It just means that there's been maybe a temporary delay, Spirit is saying, because you have written proof that you've won the case in litigation. You've won that they owe you this money. Okay, so you're going to get your money. It's just taking some time. Something about this company filing for bankruptcy. It does not give them access to not pay you a settlement that was won prior to them filing. It just means that there will be a short-term delay. No, I am not a licensed financial coach, okay, or advisor. This is just a message, okay? hmm And so the next card we have here, Aries, is the Four of Pentacles. And so with the Four of Pentacles here, Aries, you could be maybe in a situation where you're not broke, but you are being mindful of how you circulate what you have. You're being very mindful. You're not being frivolous with your income. You're making sure you do what you have to do. I would say you're not being stingy, but you're keeping a close eye on what's going out and what's coming in, which is very smart, as you should. Okay. So you're being mindful of your spending. You're making sure you're not overly, excessively spending on things that you do not need or just not necessary. Okay. And so the next card we have here is the Eight of Wands. And so Spirit is saying you're going to receive some kind of information because you want to know a date of, look, I know I won. I know this money is due to me, but where's my money? Give me my money. And so with the Eight of Wands here, you're going to be happy to receive that. You're going to get a date of when you can pick up this check, Spirit is saying. It looks like it's going to go to the attorney's office. This is not something that's going to come in your mail. It's going to go to a lawyer's office and you're going to pick it up from there, okay? And also sign off on some documents. So you will receive, Aries. Okay, this is about Monday, Monday, Monday. Aries got the money. I ain't telling nobody unless they look into his reading. Aries got some money. But you receiving this date of at least knowing when to expect to pick this check up from the law office, whatever. This is going to give you a lot of peace in your mind and in your heart. It's going to put you back in your original state of being, feeling, in charge and feeling more balanced. Because you felt for one moment you didn't trust it, okay? And you know what? You're supposed to look into things, Aries. You are not wrong for that, especially when it comes to your money, okay? And so it could have had you a little anxiety, a little concern, but you're supposed to be concerned. You like, wait a minute, it's been too long. Y'all should at least have a date. But the lawyer may explain to you when this information of when to come pick up the check. They're going to explain to you what happened and why there was a delay. There is nothing faulty going on. There is nothing negative going on here. Um, You're going to find out that this company actually was going through some financial things, which has nothing to do with you. But this brand, this company, these people, they filed for bankruptcy, and it put a pause. It didn't. They can't deny what they owe you because you were approved and won this litigation procedure before they filed. It created a delay, but by law they have to pay you and you're getting your money. So they may explain that to you, either over the phone or when you show up. They may talk to you about it again, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna be like, I really don't want to talk. That's the check. Pass it to me. I want to go to the bank. I've waited long enough, but I I see someone standing in the law office like with a poker face, like, just give me my money. I don't want to hear none of that. Just give me my money. Oh boy, now what is that? Baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. Oh wait. You stand there like, look, I done waited long enough. Stop playing with me. I don't want to hear about what they went through. Just give me mine and I can get on out of here, but you will receive it. It's gonna work out fine for you, Aaron. Like I actually see somebody standing in the office and the check is on the desk, right? This is hilarious. And all you waiting for, you're just there to pick it up. But this lawyer wanna, hey, how you doing? Sorry about the delay. Yeah, I apologize for that. But they weren't doing anything slick. I found out that they actually, got into some financial trouble and things were just delayed. But yeah, I looked into that for you. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. And you're like, all this talk, and you're like, just give me my money. Just give me my money on. You ready to go and take action. With the Nine of Pentacles here, you have things that you want to do, and with the Four of Pentacles here, this is the energy of you preserving what you have, being very mindful, making sure you're able to take care of yourself for survival reasons. You like, look, I got stuff to do. I know this got to sit in the bank for a couple of days, but I got things I want to do. Can just give it to me, you know? Oh, and this is you, waiting, waiting for, to get that, maybe alert, or I could see maybe you're online checking your account to see has it cleared, okay? Maybe there'll be a 3-day hold, maybe there'll be a 10-day hold, depending on, what financial institution you're banking with, and also the amount of the settlement. But it's a very nice piece of settlement. It's enough to make somebody like, just give it, as big as this pentacle is. Yeah, it's enough to really set you up real nice, with your wisdom applied, making the right choices, set you up real nice. Maybe you plan on buying a new home, okay? Maybe you've located the home. Maybe you want to go close the deal on the home, or look into some kind of background information to make sure things are legit with that. So there's plans. You have made plans, to position yourself with this opportunity, with this settlement, where you'll be comfortable and stable. I don't see you, Aries, which is, Aries, sometimes, because not all traits are the same just because of the zodiac. But a lot of times, Aries like to turn up and have a good time. Sometimes they have that Leo energy wanting to be the sun and the star, but you're being very wise, whoever you are. You're working towards investing. You're purchasing things that are necessary, even though you've been blessed with a large sum of money. No, I don't see you quitting your job. I see you going to work and like, no, I'm putting this here and putting that there, and I'm gonna keep going to work. You're being very, I don't want to say humble, very calm. I'm picking up a lot of tranquil energy. You actually have it planned out of what you're going to do with every piece of this pentacle here. You have it planned out. And you have the right idea. The energy is happy, you're grateful, but you're not, there are some people who will get their hand on a little money and be like, you know what, I ain't going in, I quit. No, you're like, no, I'm keeping my job. And I don't see you blabbing your mouth. You're not being a chatty patty telling people what you have. You understand that there are people who may be among you who may be in desperate situations. So you're not going to make yourself a target and show everything. Okay. You're not going to make yourself a target. Okay. But you're being very calm. Now, one day you like, give me my money. You like, wait, I got the house picked out. I need to make sure it's available. I got to arrange for an inspection. Wait a minute. I need an appraisal on this property over here before I give them any money. I need a title search. You're checking for liens. You're making sure everything is, you have this planned out. Very good for you. Okay. And if you are someone with the 10 of Pentacles, that's in a committed relationship, I don't see you as someone married, but you could have someone that you're dating. They could not live with you. Maybe they have their own, you have your own. But I don't see you blabbing your mind, which is very smart. You're being very, not afraid, not fear, but you're being very wise. Very wise. You're used to having money. That's how it's coming up. I don't know any other way to. You're carrying yourself as if you are accustomed to having. That's why that Empress is here. The Empress is abundant because you understand, male or female, gender is fluid in tarot. You understand. In order to have longevity in anything in life, you have to know how to move. You have to know how to hold your peace. You have to know how to move in silence. And bragging never ever helped anyone. So people, maybe one or two people may be aware, maybe someone in your family that you trust, but you're not picking up the phone like, hey, I got it. You continue to go to work, mind your business, and yes, they're going to know that you're in a new home. But that's all they're going to know. Beautiful. Beautiful. You're setting up things for investment. So as you move forward, you and your family, maybe if you have children, you could be a parental figure. There is money for a rainy day. You're not cashing a check and saying, let's hit the mall, y'all. You like, no. Let's see how we can turn this into more. Let's see how we can stretch this out. Okay, first I'm buying a house. Yes, I'm going to get a new car, but the rest must be invested. You can shop anytime. That's nothing. I'm picking up that's nothing for you. You shop anyway, Aries. This is something you do. You like to dress. You like to look nice, male or female. And you could be somebody who have a heavy shoe habit. You love gym shoes specifically. You love different kinds of kicks, different, how would I say, special colors, like okay, you're into custom design. You could be for somebody, not for everybody. You could like custom colored gym shoes, custom colored designer gym shoes. Maybe you're someone who, for every now and then, you have your shoes altered. I guess that's how you say that. I don't know. That's for somebody, not for everybody. Okay, but whoever this reading for, you may not like gym shoes, but that was specific. Somebody likes custom colored design brand gym shoes. Like you're not going, like you may get a pair of Air Max or J's or something and have them dyed and put something else on it and that kind of energy. That was for somebody. That was for somebody, okay? You are not being a fool with what you have been blessed with. You are grateful to receive this. And, maybe you are going to donate or give an offering in your church, okay? If you are someone that goes to church, all are welcome on this channel. Doesn't matter what your belief system is. Maybe you are going to make an offering or a donation to an organization, okay, or give back. But you're doing this very quietly. Very quietly. You're not being foolish. That you're not being. No one is about to get over on you. And I'm also picking up you're taking your time. Meaning no one can come to you and rush you. Talking about, I need a down payment within 24 hours. You need a what in 24 hours? Let me check your credentials. Why are you rushing me? Who are you? And matter of fact, who sent you? Very cautious. The Page of Cups. Yeah. Taking your time. You see, yeah, this tea right there. And when you have tea, it's hot. So that means you're taking your time to do what? Sip. Taking your time. Beautiful. This wisdom that you are applying to this financial settlement has something to do with you experiencing, maybe in your past, the Five of Pentacles. You've experienced going through something that was very hard for you. And you made a promise to yourself that once you got back up on your feet, male or female, you could be a dog lover as well. Maybe you have a pet or two. Maybe you have two dogs. Aren't they so cute? Aren't they cute? But either way, you've made a promise to yourself to apply yourself as much as you can to make sure that you'll never experience this again. Maybe you were once homeless. Maybe you were just without everything and you've worked hard to get back on your feet. And that's possibly why I picked up. You're not even going to, this kind of money that you're receiving, a person would likely say, oh, I ain't going into work, or I can resign and find a job somewhere else. No, no, no. You're like, no, I'm going to keep going to work. Maybe you're going to cut your hours. Maybe you may do that, maybe from full time to part time. Okay, but you're like, mm-mm. The show must go on because you understand that it takes money, it takes cash to have, to spend, to circulate, to live the life that you desire. To be in this energy, it's going to take cash, a constant flow, a consistency of maintaining. And so it's very wise of you that you're moving in silence and you're not announcing to everybody, hey, y'all, look at me. Look what I got. You're like, no, I'm going to put this away, invest it, do what I need to do, and act normal. Act normal. There you are again. It's a lot of pentacles in this read. There you are again. Aries got the money on. I ain't gonna tell nobody unless they look at this read later.